am a whale. I rise slowly through the cool blue. The surface is far above, like a soft mirror of the night. Moonlight drifts down in silver threads. The water is calm. You are here with me, safe, held by the sea. Before we swim, we breathe together. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. Inhale 4. Hold 2. Exhale 6. One more time. Inhale 4. Hold 2. Exhale 6. Let your shoulders grow heavy. Let your jaw soften. Rest your tongue on the floor of your mouth. Unknit your brow. You are carried as I am carried. I tilt my head. I listen. The ocean is a deep library. It keeps stories in layers of sound. Low notes from far away. Soft crackles from shrimp on hidden reefs. The quiet talk of sand as it shifts with the tide. I float. You float with me. My heart slows. Yours may slow too. When I dive, my heart can rest at only a few beats each minute. It is how my body saves its quiet. Tonight, we do not hurry. We are travelers of the gentle tide. I breathe again. Inhale 4. Hold 2. Exhale 6. If a thought arrives, let it pass like a small fish. No chasing, no holding. Around us, the sea wears the colors of night. Near the surface, the water is cool and starlit. Deeper down, it turns a calm indigo. Deeper still, a velvet quiet. I move with small strokes of my tail. The water answers with soft pressure against my skin. I have swum these currents for many seasons. I remember where the cold water rises, rich with food. I remember the warm corridors that carry me along the coast. I remember the singing places. Sometimes I sing. I shape long phrases that roll through the water like slow bells. The song travels far, farther than you might think. Sound goes easily here. It bends with layers of water. It finds a road and goes on. If you listen, you can hear your own breath echo in your chest. That is your ocean. I remember my mother's shadow in the early seasons. I would swim below her. She moved slowly so I could keep pace. I learned the shape of currents at her side. I learned the patience of long journeys. I learned that night is friendly. It lowers its voice and keeps you safe. You are safe now. Feel the weight of your hand. Let your fingers curl softly. Feel the length of your legs. Let your feet grow warm and heavy. Let the mattress be a steady shore beneath you. The ocean around me glows with small lights. Tiny beings drift and shine when brushed. Bioluminescence, a scattered galaxy under my fin. When I turn, the water writes silver lines around my body. You may see it in your mind. It is gentle. It is slow. It asks for nothing. I know the taste of the sea. Salt, yes, but more. A hint of minerals from faraway cliffs. A coolness from deep rivers that meet the tide. Sometimes, when the season is right, I eat small creatures by the thousands. They gather like soft clouds. I open my mouth and let the sea bring them in. Then I press the water away through my baleen. Food stays, water goes. Quiet work. Rhythm is a friend here. Breathe with me again. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6. If you feel a place of tightness, breathe toward it. Imagine that spot softening as seaweed softens in the tide. Imagine your thoughts as leaves on a slow river. They drift. You do not need to collect them. I turn my eye toward the stars. You cannot see them from where you are, but you can feel them high above, keeping the clock of night. The moon has soft edges tonight. Its light lays gently on my back. You can imagine that light on your shoulders. Warm, quiet. The sea listens when I speak, so I speak less. I choose a phrase. I let it bloom and fade. I leave pauses like open doors. When I stop, the ocean continues the sentence for me. This is how songs are shaped. You do not have to remember any of this. You are already doing what the sea teaches. Slow down. Trust the water. Let the body remember its way home. A small current brushes my fin, carries a story from far south. Waves striking long beaches. Wind that has crossed a golden plain. Birds sleeping their seasons. Warm waters to raise a calf, cold waters to feed and grow. The distance is long, yet the path is clear. The stars move, the earth breathes, the sea remembers. So do I let your breath be soft and steady now. If you wish, place a hand over your heart. Feel the gentle lift beneath your palm. I feel it too. Here, the night grows quieter still. Shrimp hush on the reef. Fish settle in pockets of rock and weed. Even the tide seems to lean back and listen. You can hear the soft ring of your own calm. That is enough. You are enough. The sea has no question to ask you. It holds you without exam, without task. I will dive a little now, not far, just to where the water is warmer than air and cooler than thought. I angle my body and glide. The surface moves away like a soft ceiling. Pressure grows friendly around my ribs. The dark light becomes a memory, not a need. I close one eye, then the other. Whales can rest one side of the brain at a time. We keep a watch with the other. Tonight, I watch for you. Let your thoughts rest. Let your bones feel heavy as sea-smooth stones. Let your skin feel the night air as a soft blanket. I turn once slowly. Silver lines ripple away from my flukes. The living stars under the surface answer me. They say nothing, but I know. They mean rest. They mean trust. They mean drift and be carried. Breathe again if you like. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6. Your breath is the tide. Your body is the shore. The sea and the shore belong to each other. So do you and sleep. I am a whale. I am near. I will stay as you drift. When you wake, the night will have folded itself into quiet blue. There will be room to begin again. For now, only this. Float, be held, sleep. I am still here, drifting in the ocean night. The water is wide, but it holds me like a cradle. You are beside me, carried by the same tide, the same rhythm. The stars above continue their quiet watch, unseen, but always present. breathe with me. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale gently, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. My body is vast, yet in the sea I feel light. The water carries my weight as if it is nothing. Perhaps you too can let go of your heaviness now. Imagine the mattress beneath you becoming the sea. It gives way and supports at the same time. It carries without effort. It holds without demand. I glide forward, my flukes moving slowly. Each beat is long and strong, but never rushed. The water folds away in ripples, then closes again, seamless, whole. This is how I move through life patiently, rhythmically, without haste. You too can move this way through night into rest, through sleep into dreams. When I was younger, I followed my mother across great distances. We traveled from warm tropical bays to colder feeding grounds. The journey took weeks, sometimes months. Always, the rhythm of the sea guided us. Her body was large before me, a wall of strength, and I swam close to her side. Sometimes I would rest just beneath her, feeling the shelter of her shadow. Other times, she nudged me upward to breathe. The air above was sharp and sweet, and then we sank together into the quiet again. I remember the voices of other whales, long, drawn-out songs, deep and resonant. They were not only music, they were maps, messages, memories. Sound is our language, and the ocean is our page. With each song, tell each other where we are, who we are, what we know. I carry these voices within me like ancient stories passed from one generation to the next. Even now, I sometimes add my own song to the sea. The notes roll out slowly, like bells heard through water. One phrase, then silence. Another phrase, then silence again. Pauses are as important as the sounds. It is the silence that lets the song breathe. You, too, can let silence be part of your song tonight. You do not need to fill every moment. You can rest in the spaces between. The ocean has seasons, just as the land does. In some months, the water blooms with life, Tiny plankton turn the sea green and gold. Small fish follow, feeding on the plankton. Larger fish follow them. And finally, whales like me arrive, feasting on the abundance. It is a chain of life, a circle that repeats each year. In the colder months, the sea grows quiet. The water becomes clearer, and fewer creatures swim here. But the quiet is not emptiness. It is rest. It is recovery. The ocean, like you, knows the value of slowing down. Even vast waters need time to restore themselves. And so do you. Let your breathing find a slow rhythm now. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6. Imagine that each breath is like a wave rolling in and then back out. There is no hurry. The waves always return again and again. When the surface is calm, I sometimes rise to break it. The cool night air greets me. Mist forms as I exhale, a silver cloud that drifts upward toward the stars. For a moment, I am between two worlds there above, water below. I linger there, balanced, before I sink once more into the deep. Tonight, the sea glows faintly with light. Tiny creatures spark and touch, leaving trails of green-blue fire. This is bioluminescence, the living light of the ocean. When I move, it blooms around me, painting my body with stars. It is as if the night sky has fallen into the sea. Imagine that as you rest, a soft halo of light surrounds you too. It does not burn or blind. It comforts. It soothes. It reminds you that you are part of something vast and beautiful. I think of the creatures I share the sea with. Gentle turtles that paddle steadily near the surface. The schools of fish that move as one, turning and flashing like liquid mirrors. The dolphins who leap in play, their joy carried in bursts of laughter-like sound. And deep below, the quiet beings that live where light never reaches, glowing softly in the eternal dark. Each one has its place. Each one belongs. And so do you. You belong here in this moment, in this breath, in this rest. Nothing is asked of you but to be. The ocean does not judge. It only carries. It only holds. Sometimes storms cross the surface. Winds howl, waves rise. But below, in the deep where I drift, it remains calm. The turmoil above does not reach here, so it can be for you. Even if thoughts crash above like waves, deep within you is a place of stillness. You can rest in that place. You can let the storm pass. Listen to your own heartbeat, steady, patient, like the sound of my heart echoing in my ribs. It keeps time with the ocean. It keeps time with the night. And it keeps time with your breath. Now let your body feel heavier. Let your hands soften. Let your arms and legs surrender. Let your eyelids grow warm, then heavy. There is nothing you need to do, nothing to solve, only to drift, only to rest. I am still a whale. I am still here. The sea is wide. The night is long. There is time enough for rest. There is time enough for dreams. I am still drifting. The night grows deeper. The sea grows darker. And yet it is gentle. It is calm. It is safe. I move slowly, carried by the rhythm of waves. The water lifts and falls like breath, always rising, always returning. The deeper I swim, the quieter it becomes. The surface world fades away, the winds, the distant cries of birds, all gone. Only water remains. Only silence. Silence, but not empty. There are voices here if you listen. The faint crackle of shifting sand, the click of small creatures in coral caves, the long, distant call of another whale far away. Whales sing. We sing to each other across the ocean. A song can travel for hundreds of miles. A single phrase may last 20 minutes. Deep, slow notes, rising, falling, repeating, changing. A conversation older than memory. When I sing, I feel the water carry my voice. It is like placing a hand upon the ocean and feeling the ocean answer back. It is like touching the night itself, I close my eyes and let the notes flow. Low, long, steady. Each sound is a ribbon in the water. Each ribbon touches another far away. Perhaps tonight, as I drift, another whale is singing too. Perhaps my song will reach them. Perhaps theirs will reach me. Our voices will cross paths, weaving together like threads of silver. You may imagine that sound wrapping around you too. Soft, low, steady, like a lullaby, not sung by one, but by the sea itself. The stars above shine unseen, yet I feel their pull. The earth turns beneath them. The sea shifts with the moon, and I move with both. I am part of the rhythm of the world, so are you. If thoughts come to you, let them move like currents. They pass, they wander, they return again. You do not need to hold them. You do not need to chase them. Just notice. Then let them drift away as seaweed drifts with the tide. My body is large, yet I surrender to the sea. I do not resist. I do not fight. I let the water carry me. You can do the same now. Let the bed beneath you become the sea. Let it hold your back. Let it cradle your head. Let it carry your arms and legs. You are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. The deep ocean is full of wonders. There are creatures here that no light ever touches. They carry their own lanterns. Small, glowing shapes drifting in endless dark. Some flash quickly, like stars blinking. Others glow softly for hours, a gentle fire in the deep. I swim among them, and I am surrounded by a living night sky. Imagine yourself among them too. Each breath you take lights a small lantern. Each exhale leaves a trail of stars. The darkness is not empty. It is full of gentle light. It is full of peace. Listen to your breath again. Steady, slow, patient, like the ocean itself. You do not have to force it. You only have to allow it. When I was younger, I sometimes feared the deep. It seemed endless. It seemed lonely. But I learned that the deep is kind. It is quiet, yes, but never cruel. It holds secrets, but never threatens. It is a place of rest. It is a place of dreaming. You, too, may have feared the dark at times, but tonight you may see it differently. The dark is not an enemy. It is a blanket. It is the ocean folding itself around you. It is the night sky closing its eyes. It is here to help you rest. My heart beats slowly. Each beat is strong. Each beat echoes in my ribs like a drum in the deep. Yours beats too, perhaps more quickly, but it can slow now. It can rest. If you wish, place your hand upon your chest again. Feel the rise and fall beneath your palm. That is your ocean. That is your tide. It is steady. It is enough. Tonight, I will drift for hours. I will let the currents guide me. I do not know where I will be when dawn comes, but it does not matter. The sea knows the way. The sea always knows. You, too, do not need to know where tomorrow leads. You do not need to plan. You do not need to decide. You only need to rest. You only need to let the tide carry you through the night. Close your eyes more fully now. Let the lids rest heavy. Let your body sink into the bed as I sink into the water. We are the same tonight, both drifting, both resting, both safe. I am a whale. I am with you. The ocean is wide. The night is long. We have time. We have peace. We have rest. I continue my journey through the night sea. The stars are still above me, though I cannot see them. The moon is hidden, but I feel its pull in the tide. The world is moving slowly, gently, carrying me onward. I rise closer to the surface now. The water grows lighter. The air above calls to me. I tilt upward, glide steadily, and break through. My breath explodes into the night, a fountain of silver mist. It drifts upward, vanishing into the dark. I inhale again, the cool air filling my lungs. Then I sink softly back into the quiet water. Breath is life. Breath is rhythm. The sea has its tides. You have your breathing. both steady, both endless. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, gently and once more. Let your body follow the rhythm. Let the rhythm guide you deeper into calm. The surface world is sometimes noisy. Winds blow, waves crash, ships pass, carrying their lights and their sound. But here, just beneath, it is peaceful. The water softens every sound, wrapping it in silence. It is like being inside a lullaby. When I was younger, I played near the surface with others. We breached together, lifting our bodies high into the air. We splashed down with thunder that rolled across the sea. It was joy. It was freedom. It was the play of giants. But now, older, I prefer the quiet. I prefer to drift. I prefer to let the sea carry me slowly, endlessly, without rush. Perhaps you too once rushed through days, busy, hurried, never still. But tonight, you can rest. You can choose slowness. You can let time soften. You can let the sea of night carry you gently, without demand. The deep ocean holds many stories. Some are of creatures small as grains of sand. Some are of beings larger than ships. All of us share the same home. All of us share the same water. There are legends of whales older than memory. Some say they carry the songs of centuries. Some say they remember the shape of ancient coastlines, now long vanished. Perhaps I, too, will one day be such a whale, carrying within me the map of the sea, carrying within me the voices of generations. I have seen icebergs floating in the far north, great towers of blue ice rising from the water. They creak and sigh as they melt. They glow like frozen light. I have swum among them, hearing the soft crack of ancient ice releasing into the sea. Cold bit into my skin, but the beauty was endless. I have seen coral gardens in the tropics, bright forests of red, gold, and purple, fish darting like sparks of color, turtles gliding slowly between branches, dolphins playing, weaving in and out with laughter-like sound. All of it alive, all of it part of the ocean's great circle. The ocean holds both extremes, the frozen silence of the poles, the blazing gardens of the equator, and in between, endless shades of blue. I have traveled them all, each one a part of me, each one a dream I now carry. Perhaps as you rest, you can travel with me. Imagine the icebergs glowing blue in starlight. Imagine the coral shimmering with color beneath sunlit waves. Imagine yourself carried easily, weightless between them. You do not need to move. The sea carries you. The dream carries you. I dive again now, deeper. The water presses around me, cool and strong. But I am at home here. I am safe here. The sea holds me. Close your eyes further. Let yourself drift as I drift. The ocean is endless. The night is long. There is time enough. There is rest enough. I am a whale. I am your companion tonight. We will drift together until sleep carries you fully into dreams. The ocean has moods, just like the sky, sometimes bright and playful, sometimes dark and heavy. Tonight it is calm. Tonight it is slow. Tonight it invites rest. I move with the current, a giant shadow beneath the waves. Above me, the sea surface shimmers faintly with moonlight, though clouds may hide the moon itself. The glow of the night sky filters through, pale and silver. It touches my back. It guides me forward. I remember the great migrations, hundreds of whales traveling together from warm seas to cold seas, each one singing, each one part of the great song of life. The path was long, but never lonely. The voices around me wrapped me in comfort. It was as if the ocean itself was alive with music. Even now, alone, I can hear echoes of those voices. They live in memory. They live in the deep. Each note is still within me, waiting to be sung again. Perhaps you too carry memories, some soft, some heavy. But tonight, you do not need to hold them tightly. You can let them rest. You can let them soften. You can let them become gentle songs drifting through your dreams. Breathe again with me. Inhale 4, hold 2, exhale 6. Let each breath wash you clean. Let each breath carry away weight. Let each breath bring you deeper into ease. In the deep water, I sometimes meet strange beings. Jellyfish glowing softly, pulsing like lanterns. Creatures with long, flowing fins trail like ribbons. Others with eyes that shine like tiny stars. They are not frightening. They are beautiful. They remind me that even the dark holds light. The ocean floor is far below, a landscape unseen by most eyes. Mountains rise there, hidden. Canyons cut deep paths. Volcanoes breathe heat into the cold. Even in the places of shadow, life blooms. Always, life finds a way. So it is with you. Even in dark seasons, life stirs within you. Even in silence, your heart beats steady. Even in stillness, your breath carries you forward. I turn slowly, circling in the water. I rise, I fall like the waves themselves. There is no hurry. The sea is infinite. The night is infinite. You are safe within both. When dawn comes, I may be far from here. But tonight, there is only now. There is only rest. There is only the rhythm of breath and sea. Let your body grow heavier still. Let your thoughts grow softer. Let your eyes rest fully closed. You are held. You are carried. You are safe. I am still a whale, still with you. The ocean is wide. The night is long. We drift together. We rest together. The night is deep now. The ocean stretches endlessly around me. It is quiet, almost completely still, as if the world itself has paused. The surface is smooth, reflecting the faint glow of stars above. I drift slowly, rising and sinking with the rhythm of the sea. Each time I rise, I break through the surface. I breathe, a slow, misty exhale, a fountain of silver in the night air. Cloud drifts upward, then fades into the darkness. Then I inhale again, cool air filling my lungs, refreshing me with calm. And I sink softly back down, back into the embrace of the deep. Breath is life. Breath is rhythm. It is the same for me. It is the same for you. The ocean has its tides. You have your breathing. Both rise, both fall, both steady, both eternal. So let us breathe once more together. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale with ease. Hold. Exhale, letting go. One last time, a full breath in. Pause. And a long, gentle breath out. Let your breathing now find its own rhythm. Soft, slow, unhurried, like the waves, like the night. I float weightless, carried by the sea. My body is vast, yet here it feels as light as a feather. The water holds me completely. It asks nothing. It demands nothing. It only carries. It only cradles. And you too are carried by the bed beneath you, by the night around you, by the breath within you. You do not need to move. You do not need to try. You are already safe. You are already drifting. Sometimes, when the sea is calm like this, I can hear the heartbeat of the world. It is not a sound, but a feeling. The slow turning of the earth, pull of the moon on the tides, the stars gliding across the sky. All things moving, all things connected, all things resting even as they move. I am part of this rhythm. You are part of this rhythm. We are not apart from the world. We are woven into its song. Think of your thoughts now as small fish darting this way and that. Some are quick, some linger, some pass in flashes of light. But you do not need to catch them. You do not need to chase them. You may simply watch as they move past and then fade away into the deep. The ocean at night glows faintly with life. Tiny creatures shine when touched, a magic of their own making. This is bioluminescence, the living light of the sea. When I move, trails of green and blue fire loom around me. It is as if the night sky has fallen into the ocean and I swim among stars. Imagine this light surrounding you too. Not sharp, not blinding, gentle like a halo. It comforts you. It softens the dark. It reminds you that even in stillness there is wonder. Even in silence there is beauty. I drift past jellyfish, pulsing like lanterns. Their bodies glow with quiet rhythm, expanding, contracting, floating endlessly. They are fragile yet eternal, moving with the current just as I do. Far below, strange fish shine like sparks, living lanterns in the deep. Some glow in sudden bursts, flashing and vanishing like fireflies. Others shine constantly, a steady flame in the dark. Together they paint the sea with light. The deeper I go, the quieter it becomes. At the surface, the world is wide. Winds blow, waves rise, ships travel. But here beneath, all is still. The weight of the water muffles every sound. The deep is calm. The deep is peace. Sometimes storms rage above. Thunder cracks. Rain lashes the sea. The surface churns with chaos. But far below in the depths, it remains calm. Here, I drift untouched, but the turmoil above does not reach me. And so it can be for you. Even if thoughts storm in your mind, even if worries crash like waves, beneath them there is calm. Deep within you is a stillness no storm can touch. You can rest there. You can drift there. You can let the storm pass. My heart beats slowly in my chest. Strong, steady, patient. Each beat echoes in the water like a drum in the deep. Your heart beats too, perhaps more quickly. But it can slow now. It can soften. It can rest. Place your awareness gently on your heartbeat. Not to measure, not to judge, only to feel. That is your tide. That is your rhythm. It carries you without effort. It carries you through the night. The night itself grows deeper. The stars are brighter. The sea is darker. And within this vastness, you are held. You are small, yet infinite. You are quiet, yet full of dreams. Perhaps you will dream of of the ocean tonight. Dream of swimming beside me, weightless and free. Dream of stars falling into the waves, painting the water with light. Dream of voices of whales echoing through the deep, calling across endless miles. Each dream will be gentle. Each dream will be safe. Each dream will be yours. I drift slowly, endlessly. There is no destination tonight, no goal, no need to hurry. The sea carries me. The sea knows the way. I simply rest. I simply breathe. And you can do the same. There is nothing you must do now. Nothing you must solve. Nothing you must plan. The night asks nothing of you but rest. The ocean asks nothing of you but trust. And you can trust. You can rest. The night is long. The sea is wide. Sleep comes gently. Sleep comes slowly. Sleep comes like the tide, rising and falling, steady and sure. I am a whale. I am here with you. We drift together. We rest together. We dream together. Sleep now. Rest now. Drift into the sea of dreams. The ocean holds you. The night holds you. And you are safe.